All right, folks, we're back with a recession is a terrible thing to waste. Are you mentally prepared to handle yourself credit-wise in this recession? Today we're discussing personal credit and corporate credit. I'm here with the credit specialist, Nilesh Francis, and Stephanie Stevens, a successful investor who have been through our credit program. She's also investing in real estate to change her financial situation. These both ladies are positively ready to leverage and take advantage of this recessionary times and how they can better help themselves and you go through the process. So ladies, how's it going?
Great, thank you.
Good. Nilesh, this question is for you because you're the credit specialist. A lot of credit specialists, a lot of financial advisors out there are telling people, cut up the credit cards, throw it in the garbage, you don't need it anymore, stop the spending. What's your take on that?
Absolutely the wrong information. You do not need to cut up your credit cards. That is actually affecting your credit in a negative way when you do that. You need to be able to use your credit to increase your score. Credit cards is a part of that. So why would you be cutting it up?
Right. So you're saying cut up the credit cards but actually decline the credit score.
That's right.
So rather than cutting the credit cards, folks, this is what you need to do. Come out, educate yourself, learn how credit really can influence you positively. So cutting the credit cards is the wrong thing to do.
Yes.
Not a big question I normally get from a lot of students, a lot of people who out there who's reading our books, who's come to our course. Frank, my husband, my wife wants me to co-sign with him or her for credit. Should I do that?
No, you should not. Never, ever, ever, ever co-sign for anyone. It is not a good thing for your credit. When you co-sign for someone, what it's going to do if that person is, if, for example, it's your spouse, and if you break up for whatever reason, that's going to negatively affect your credit. Not just your spouse, both of you will be negatively affected. And in a situation where one of my clients, the marriage broke down and the husband left the burden on the wife, what happened was he filed for bankruptcy and the credit card was still left in the wife's name. So now the creditors are coming after the wife for this particular credit card debt, whereas the husband has now washed his hands of it.
So in a separation or the split of relationships,
right,
the credit is the account is in the person's name. That person normally gets stuck with a credit.
That's correct.
And that's a very, very bad thing or bad situation to be in.
Right.
What about some people say, well, Frank, I did not co-sign with my spouse, but my spouse or brother, sister, kids, they are an authorized user on my credit account. What do you think on? What's your take on that?
It's basically the same thing, same situation as co-signing, because you're now responsible for that debt.
And if they don't pay
it.
Right. So there you go, folks. So no co-signing for the spouse, no co-sign for friends and family members, no co-sign for relative. Your credit is a business, and you need to handle it as a business. As you all know, we don't miss business with pleasure. So when the relationship is good, everything is fine, everybody wants you to co-sign. When the relationship is bad, the credit leave onto you, is your responsibility, and that can damage your credit score on an ongoing basis if the person chooses not to pay. Now, at REMIC Wealth Institute, we're going to show you how to structure your credit portfolio the right way. Show exactly what kind of the credit products you need to have inside your portfolio, what kind of credit card, line of credits you should be looking at, mortgages you should be looking at, and we're only focused on the low interest credit. So we educate you how to structure it in the right way so you can better leverage yourself financially. We'll be back with recession is a terrible thing to waste. Are you mentally prepared? So this question is for Nilesh. You're saying that people should be living on 30% of their income, not 100%. Could you explain that first, please?
Basically, it's a model that the rich live off. They live off 30% of their income, not 100%. And in order for Canadians to be able to weather the storm of the upcoming recession or any downturns in the economy, if you're living off 30% of your income, you're in a better place financially. It's a discipline that you have to be able to discipline yourself to live off 30%.
So is that something we should drastically do right now, or something we should develop over time?
No, it's something that you need to take the steps to do right now.
Because we're talking about a person making $60,000 a year,
right? And
you tell me I should live on 30% of my income.
That's correct.
That's about $20,000.
That's right.
My lifetime needs to change ridiculously to accommodate that.
That's right.
So if I can't do that right now, or if I want to do that right now, what's the necessary step I should be taking to get to that 30%?
You need to contact REMIC Wealth Institute, come out, participate in our program, and educate yourself on how we will be able to put together a program for you through cutting back.
And some of the things we could teach you there is how to start minimizing your debt, minimizing your expenses.
Right.
Okay. And what's more important, because a lot of times people focus on debt, and I think debt is good to focus on, but it's not the end all. Debt most of the time is not the problem, as we both understand this, English. What's the problem with most people is income. So not only are we going to show you to minimize your debt, is how to increase that income.
That's right.
To change your financial situation. Now, Stephanie, are you working on your 30% lifestyle?
I need to work on that.
are you started as yet, or are you?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Okay. So again, start it as soon as possible, because the 30% lifestyle, or the 30% target lifestyle is very, very amazing. If you understand how to, as Nalish says, the rich live on 30% of their income and they invest the other 70%.
Right.
So that's an extremely strong discipline. It's an extremely good model. If you can start off by just doing a few things, it would change your financial situation ridiculously. So, so Nalish, what are some credit tips that you would give people out there to start taking action immediately, even before they come to a credit program and start to change their financial situation?
Well, Frank, what I would tell people right now is that they could keep your credit below 35% of your balance. Your credit card balance is below 35% on each credit card. That's very important. And to get a copy of your credit bureau get a copy of your credit report from the credit bureaus, and to see what your credit score is for each credit bureau. Learn to read your credit report to understand what's there. Also distribute your spending among 3 to 4 credit cards.
What do you mean distribute your spending among 3 or 4 credit cards? Explain that to me, please.
Well, if you have, for example, you just have one credit card that you use and it's $7,000 balance and you've maxed that out, that's not a good thing. You need to stay below 35% of the balance
on each card. So if you spread them out, so you take the same $7,000 and put in 3 different cards.
That's correct.
Probably look at $2,000-$3,000 per card.
Right.
And keep that 35%. Keep us below 35%.
That's right.
Excellent.
That's right.
Right now we're going through some recessionary times.
Right.
People have mortgages. Some people have mortgages of a high interest rate.
That's right.
What can they do right now to actually put some cash in their pocket? Or what can they do with their mortgage to end up paying a lot less to the banks?
Well, what they can do is look at refinance options to refinance the mortgage. For example, if they're paying 6% interest rate right now and they refinance the mortgage to a lower rate, then they could potentially be putting $5,000 to $1,000 back in their pocket every month.
Excellent.
Right.
There you go, folks. We're talking about personal credit and how personal credit can affect you positively and negatively, and how you can better leverage your credit to take action to change your financial situation, to start building wealth for today and the next generation. I'm going to talk a little bit about corporate credit. So personal credit is good to start off with, but your ultimate goal is to actually have corporate credit. Corporate credit is going to help you change your finances, take your finances to the ultimate level. So I'll be right back to talk to you about corporate credit. Again, thank you for watching. The recession is a terrible thing to waste. Are you mentally prepared? Hi there. We're talking about the recession is a terrible thing to waste. Are you mentally prepared financially and mentally to deal with recessionary times? Today we're discussing personal credit and corporate credit with the credit specialist, Nalish Francis, and our successful investor student, Stephanie Stevens. Now, some of the key things that you need to understand when it comes to the credit system is stay away from liability. So don't use the bank's money for buying liabilities. Start your own business is a good way to actually start leveraging the credit system. So you start your own business, you take the bank's money to start your own business. And you can leverage your personal credit to do those things. On the upside now, to take your portfolio to the ultimate level, you need to start establishing and building what we call corporate credit. Corporate credit allows you to get access to the bank's money without being personally liable for it. And the reason why you want to do that, that's what most successful investors and businesses do. That if business doesn't work out, it doesn't affect you personally. So Nalish, how's the corporate credit building program working for you?
Well, Frank, corporate credit is it's another level of credit, and with corporate credit, basically you have access to a lot more lenders because you're dealing with on a corporate side. Also, you are able to maximize your credit balances, and it does not negatively affect your credit score.
So you mean I don't have to keep my credit card under 35%?
That's right.
Like personal, like I have to do on the personal side and the corporate side.
That's right.
So with personal credit, I can maximize my credit card now. So if I have a credit card of $10,000, I can do 100% and not affect my credit score.
That's right. That's
okay.
right.
What else the benefit of having corporate credit?
It's with corporate credit, you're going to have access to a lot more money because it's not just the lenders, as in the banks, that's going to be offering you money. It's also places such as Staples or different businesses that want to lend you money so that to help you to get your business going. Okay,
so we're looking at, on a personal side, we have maybe 5 to 10 lenders who can lend us money from the top 5 banks and a few other big lenders.
That's right.
On a corporate side, look at over 40 to 50 lenders who can potentially lend us money.
That's right.
That's amazing. Wow. And of course, we all know to get corporate money is a lot easier than personal money.
That's right.
What about not being liable for it? What do you think about that?
I think that's the number one benefit of having corporate credit is that you are not liable for it because it's in the name of your corporation. So if anything happens with your business, it's not going to affect you personally. It's only going to affect the corporation itself.
Excellent.
Right.
And there you go, folks. By having or establishing corporate credit is a lot easier to get access to the bank's money. Also, corporations and businesses look at you differently. You have exposed a lot more lenders. You're not as restrained and restricted like personal credit. If something does go bad or a business doesn't work out, you can walk away from the company, you can bankrupt the company. That's not your sole intentions, but if that's the results, you should be able to bankrupt the company, walk away from it, and continue to live your personal life and enjoy the life you truly desire. Again, I want to thank you very much for watching A Recession is a Terrible Thing to Waste. Are you meant to be prepared? And the series continue. Thank you very much.